Okay, I probably should wait until all the new X titles had at least 2 or 3 issues in their run, but I wanted to jump on at least with at least the first issues of all of them, and some of them strike me as much better than the others. Of course, we have the new book X Men, written by Hickman. And frankly, the first issue really didn't do much for me. It picked up on some threads from Powers and House, but I think it was just sort of it was almost like an epilogue to those 12 issues. And, the set up a few things, but nothing of interest, and I was kind of meh on it. Marauders, on the other hand, with Kitty, now Captain Kate Pride, I absolutely love it. I love. I don't know how long Storm is going to stay there since she's such a major character, and I think she's ill-fitted with the rest of the crew. I think they should bring in a couple of the younger characters in it. But this is quite good. This is where Kate discovers that she's unable to get to Krakatoa, so she's sort of exiled, self-exiled from the island, and is on sailing around the world now, bringing the Krakatoan medicine to individuals, and also rescuing those mutants who are still being harassed or denied entry by their governments into Krakatoa. I enjoy it, and I've always liked Kitty Pryde, and Captain Kate really nails it. Excalibur, I have to admit, first of all, I love this cover. And I picked it up for that. I just think that was a lot of fun. But frankly, I find it rather confusing. Also, Apocalypse is such a powerful character that he's has things going on for himself, and I just can't get into the tale of this. And I already have the second issue of this one, and it just gets more and more convoluted, and I think I'm just going to drop it, because I said the characters don't really thrill me, and as I said, I was never big on the original Excalibur, so that's my last issue of that one. New Mutants is kind of an intergalactic sort of thing. We see the Starjammers appear in here. There's a rescue mission going on. Things go wrong, and of course, what's his name? Corsair, the head of the Starjammers. He sort of acts exactly as you would expect him to act, and it's going to be interesting. This is fun, and I recommend it. X-Force. There's some heavy stuff goes on in this episode. There's a death, which none of us are expecting. There's a group called the Reavers who have costumes which are able to counteract the powers of the various mutants. And I don't know. It's okay, but I'll be curious to see if what the second issue is like. I'm kind of on the wall with this one, since like I said, I'm not really thrilled by it. But I said this issue all takes place on Krakatoa. There's a lot of fighting and stuff, but I don't think it goes anywhere. We'll see with number 2. This is Fallen Angels, the last of the titles introduced, and I don't know exactly what's going on in here, except the fact that Mr. Sinister, just as Apocalypse, has his own agenda going on. You're not really sure of the characters. I think they're just too many, and I'm not thrilled by it. I'll see how it goes with the second issue, but as I said, I'm not thrilled by it. Second issue of X-Men was much better, in my opinion, than the first. You have the Cyclops, Scott, and his kids trying to discover why Krakatoa is making a beeline to this other island where they encounter a very powerful being. And this is at least going to change the geography of Krakatoa. And I liked it. I thought this was a really good episode. And it's sort of done in one. And I think that Hickman said that that's what he was going to be doing with this. There's going to be a lot of like done in one, but there's going to be continuing stories. If this is any indication, then I may be sticking around longer than I thought after the initial issue. Excalibur, yeah, this was it for me on Excalibur. The almost a threat to a child that Apocalypse makes, I found rather disturbing. I thought something really bad was going to happen, but it didn't. And I can't say I'm a fan of any of the characters in here. And interesting that they show Rogue here on the cover, whereas in the book itself, she's in a coma. And I've never been a big fan of some of the characters in this book. So this is going to be a pass for me. This is going to be my, like I said, and it's just too confusing. Because you got like 2 or 3 storylines going on. You got the Captain Britain thing, Morgana Le Fay storyline going on, and for me, it's just not worth it. So this is my last issue of this one. Marauders, as I say, Kitty Pryde now, Captain Kate Pryde, comes into her own on this one, and I couldn't be happier. Again, I don't know how long Storm is going to stay around, because she's sort of, she has her powers and everything, but I don't think she adds anything to the cast. It's like, when Hickman and the X crew were getting together, we're going, well, we got to use Storm since she's so popular, and it was like, yeah, okay, we'll use her in Marauders, but she's going to be like this secondary character, and I think it really should focus on Kate and the White Queen and what's going on, the political intrigue and everything. This is I think my favorite of the X titles. Although, as I said, I thought New Mutants was good. I'm looking forward to the second issue of that one. That's it. As I say, maybe I should have gone with, more on each title. But I think that's what it comes down to, that it's going to be New Mutants, Marauders, and for the time being, X-Men. And the other titles, I'm just going to be a drop for me. There's enough interconnection that I think I can keep up with the main story from there. So that's it. I just wanted to have a few words, let you know my thoughts on some of these. Hopefully, I'll start doing more of these review type things instead of just my comic book picks of the week. So take care, and happy Thanksgiving to those of you who celebrate, no matter what side of the table you're on. Peace out.